On Sunday we looked at Acts chapter 3, which is this story of Peter and John healing a man who can't walk. The first thing that's really exciting about this passage is the context in which we find Peter and John. As early Christians, we often think of them as that, Christians, and yet they're Jews. So their first point of mission is the temple. It's where they found themselves. So the first question is, where do you find yourself? Where has God placed you? What's the context he's put you in? The second thing is that this beggar is there every single day waiting for money. He's expecting to get something from the disciples. And yet, the unexpected happened. God heals him in a miraculous way. And so often when we're thinking about our witness, we have our own box we put God in. We have our own comfort zone, and we don't expect the unexpected. And the final thing is this, it's the way the disciples signposted people towards Jesus. The miracle happens amongst the crowd, and the crowd see what has happened, but they don't know it's Jesus. They turn to Peter and John and start to be amazed at what they had done. I have this friend who's American, and a few years ago he was in Germany. He was traveling along the road, and he saw this sign saying Ausfahrt. Now he thought to himself, I've never heard of the city of Ausfahrt before. I wonder what it's like. He traveled a few miles down the road and he sees the same sign. It says Ausfahrt. He goes further down the road a few more miles and sees the sign again, Ausfahrt. He thought, this city must be incredible, it must be huge. I've passed 3 or 4 signs for it now. What he didn't know was that Ausfahrt is the German word for exit, and all he was seeing was exit signs. It's the same with the crowd. They witness the power of God. They witness the man healed and restored in front of their eyes, and yet they don't know that it's Jesus. They don't know the meaning of the sign. And so the disciples, they signpost them towards Jesus. And so the final thing when we're thinking about our witness is, are we signposting people to Jesus? Above all else, are we signposting them towards Jesus?